Keep the condom in the pack. This is Raw Truth with Protege. Today, we're going to talk about Bill H-2238, a.k.a. that Kansas sports bill. Basically, the sports bill says if you're not a biological female, you can't play women's sports. This is going to be conducted by doing a physical, which is already done in sports, but this is causing an uproar because when I first heard of the bill, I made a post on TikTok, and I basically said this sounds like a physical. A lot of people in my comments, a couple people in my comments commented and said, hey, the teachers and the staff will be conducting these physicals, not the doctors. So I had to go read this bill. It's not a very long bill. Anybody can read it. Your fucking child could read it. But if I missed it, please let me know. Please let me know the section I missed it in. But it doesn't really say anything about that being done by teachers or anything like that. Because if that were the case, it would be fucking wrong. You don't want fucking random teachers with no doctor's license squeezing on your child's breasts or grabbing on their balls and making them cough or touching around their pelvic area, any of that. That just doesn't even fucking make sense. So I can understand the insanity there that if that were true. But it's not, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I read. The thing is, though, this is causing an uproar because people are saying, if you're not mad about it being a physical, you're just mad about it saying that, you have to be a biological female in women's sports, then you're calling it an anti-transgender bill. And you know what? Guess what? It is. But it's necessary. Unfortunately, when I was in school, we didn't need this type of bill because if I had felt like I was a dude, it wouldn't fucking matter. I'd be on the girls' basketball team until I was an adult. And then I can make all my fucking decisions I want to make. If you felt like a dude, you cannot play on the football team. Doesn't fucking matter. Not in high school and shit, at least. And if you felt like a dude and you felt like a girl, you're not finna go dominate the fucking women's basketball team, the fucking tennis court, and etc. Just wasn't a thing. So we didn't even have to make this bill to have an uproar. But today it's becoming popular to support this type of shit and to be transgender. So people are driven by the delusion that we are equal, but we're not. Not that transgenders and regular females or anything that in particular aren't equal, but just people aren't equal. We are individuals, and we need to get over the fact that we're not fucking equal. What I can get through, you can't. What you can get through, I might not can. What might give you PTSD might just be a breeze for me. You have no idea. Your mental stability is not my mental stability, and that is why we are not equal. We got to understand this. Because we get into shit like, oh, well, we should recognize that these people are female. Ain't nobody saying that if these people if you want to identify as something else, that is your right. You know what I mean? I don't have to respect that, but I have the right to choose to respect that. And honestly, I don't have no issue with it. But the problem is trying to make it seem like women who were born women are the same as women who were born men and turned women. Come on, man. Like, that's like the simple fucking shit that we force with the cisgender shit. Like, what do you mean, cis woman? Bro, 10 years ago, we just called these people women. Like, stop playing. We just called ourselves women. This is got to stop. Transgender women, that's the title. Stick to it. I'm not against you guys having your own lead, but we have to recognize that a dude that was born a dude that has a dude body, has the dude's biology, and walks into a woman's sports and dominates is fucking insane. To get into a ring, and just because you identify as a female, and, that's how you feel personally, and, your mental things that you are going through, you get to step in a ring with a woman, a born woman, and knock her ass out, claim the championship, and pretend that this was the equalest fight in the world. That's fucking not right. Right now, we're worried about how people wave their hands and pointing at their rings, and we're talking about racism, we're talking about Trump's indictment, and we're doing all this stupid shit because we're just worried about stupid shit. Now, I don't think that this should even be something that's considered super big, but what needs to be considered super big is that women are women and transgender women are transgender women. And as much as they want to be recognized as women, you can't That wouldn't be fair. You don't see any dudes in any transgender dudes in sports dominating dudes. You don't see not one transgender motherfucking dude dominating in football right now or dominating in the UFC or any of those. I'm not saying that women can be dope as fuck at these sports or even better than men. It's just the leads are different. And as a majority, we have to recognize the facts. The majority of women in sports are not comparable to the majority of men in sports. This is why the leads were separate. They've always been separate. And just because things arise and become popular doesn't mean we have to change everything. I don't understand why people can't just live our lives. Like if you do something that doesn't harm anybody else, you should have the right to do it and so forth. But when it comes to forcing your lifestyle and your beliefs and all of that stuff in laws, it's a dangerous game. Like I said, when I was in high school, we didn't need this bill. But today you need this bill so we don't end up taking a whole lead of transgender fucking women to the WNBA. Next thing you know, the WNBA is the transgender lead you fucking should have had in the first place because women aren't getting the shot they used to. Come on. And it's almost fucked up to say that as a woman, when I see a biological man turn into a woman and dominate things like get a woman's award, best woman's award, and dominate women's sports and so forth, it's almost like saying even men are always going to be better at you and everything, even being a woman. Like, everybody's so stuck on everybody making somebody feel some type of way and somebody looking like a bigot. All these communities need to stop and consider what it looks like when you do these to other people, when you put these thoughts and feelings on other people. You damn near telling women like, hey, yo, transgender women, you feel me, we better. In the most subtle, subliminal way. But hey, keep the condom in the pack. This is Raw Truth with Protege.